Hi, sweeties. Let's talk about how to organize your refrigerator for the holiday season. That's right. We'll talk about what to keep, what to throw out, how to arrange your refrigerator to prevent cross-contamination. Let's get into it. But first, please subscribe to Sweet Savant. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell. Now let's talk about how to organize your refrigerator for the holiday season. The first thing we're going to do is clean out the fridge, getting rid of the leftovers, the old takeout containers. Do we even know what's in there? Let's check and see. Is it still good? Oh, no, honey. Gotta toss it out. Make room. Any leftovers that are still good, heat them up, eat them, have it for lunch or for dinner that day. You gotta make space. So let's clear that out, make some space, and then make sure you just give the shelves a wipe down, clean them out. If you've got one of these like refrigerator drawers, I keep beverages in there. We're going to take those beverages out to make space and put them in a cooler with some ice packs. You can put them, in a corner of your home. They can even go outside if you've got that option. And now make space for our turkey. That's right. You need to make sure that you put your turkey in the refrigerator on a lower shelf so that it's not dripping any juices on any other foods. Always put it on a tray. I use a half sheet pan. I use half sheet pans for so many different things, but they're great for catching any drips as your turkey or your ham or whatever is thawing or seasoning. Something like collard greens can be cooked in advance. You need a well-sealed container, and you can put that above or even on the side of the turkey. But it's going to be reheated anyway. Just make sure you heat it till it's nice and hot. Something like a cake you want to put on a high shelf just to make sure that nothing can drip on it. Anything like salads, things like that, you want to keep away from your raw meats. Keep them far away from raw meats to prevent cross-contamination. If you want to wrap your cake for storage, you don't have a proper storage container, your frosted cake, but you don't want to mess up the frosting, chill it for about an hour until the frosting is firm, and then gently drape some plastic over it, and that way your frosting will remain intact. Make sure your cake is still cold when you're taking that plastic off. If you have one of these storage drawers, they're a great place for cakes and pies as well. We're going to imagine this is my finished sweet potato pie. I'll show you how to make that in a video real soon. The doors of your refrigerator are the warmest part of the refrigerator. Perfect for storing condiments and pickles, but not great for storing milk. You want to make sure your milk is stored inside the refrigerator towards the back where it is the coldest. If you want to make your salads in advance for the holidays, don't do it too far in advance because it can wilt. Definitely don't dress it in advance. But if you wash your greens, store it in something like this OXO Good Grips Produce Keeper that has a carbon filter and also a basket that lets the air circulate and keeps your salad from getting mushy. Just really a day or two in advance is far enough ahead to get prepped for the holidays. Toss your salad greens or whatever you're storing in there and seal it off, seal the top on it, and you're good to go. It's got this carbon filter that changes, you change it out every 3 months or so. And it also comes with some directions on the top for if you need to leave the vents open or if you should close the vents. For salad greens, you should close the vents, and it shows you here inside what to leave the vents open, your grapes, your pears and such, and what to use with the vents closed, your broccoli, lettuce, greens, things like that. So you put that back on top, and then you can store this in your refrigerator, being sure to store it away from any raw meat so no juices drip on it. When it's time to store those leftovers, I like to use these OXO borosilicate glass containers. The borosilicate glass is oven safe. It can go into the refrigerator, the freezer, the microwave, and the dishwasher. Now the lids are plastic and cannot go into the oven and such. Make sure you read the manufacturer's directions, and not all glass storage containers are as versatile as this, so make sure you're using borosilicate glass. And that is how you organize your refrigerator for the holiday season. So remember, leftovers, if they're still good, cook them, like heat them up and eat them. If they're bad, get rid of them, throw it out. Clean out that fridge. Anything that can be stored in a cooler, your sodas, that type of thing, put it in a cooler, make some space, wipe them shelves down, and then arrange it so that any raw meats are on the bottom on a drip tray. If you're defrosting, say a turkey, you're gonna need some time. It could take up to 4 to 5 days, depending on how big your turkey is. So make space and make time to thaw your turkey in time for the holidays. Make sure there's a pan underneath. They love to use a half sheet pan. Your cakes and such on the top shelf so that no raw meat juices can drip on them. Same thing with your salads, anything that's not going to be reheated, store them up high so that you just cannot cross-contaminate them with drippy raw meat juices. You don't want that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to Sweet Savant. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell, and y'all have a delicious holiday season.